Today on The Cold Rope, I'm giving you the 4 indicators to look for when choosing a showcase organization. Their coaching and contacts, team and tournaments, the cost, and their track record all are critical in showcase baseball to get that college offer.
Welcome to The Cold Rope Show, your #1 source for tips, trends, and advice to make sure your baseball journey goes totally right. And now, here's your host, Travel Ball Dad, making it all make sense.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Cold Rope Podcast, your #1 source in navigating your travel ball journey. I am Archie Herring, a.k.a. Travel Ball Dad, giving you tips, trends, and advice to help make sure your travel ball journey goes enjoyable, productive, and totally right. My son and I have been through the showcase journey, and I'm just trying to help you make it make sense.
Make it make sense.
That's right, just make it make sense. Now, if you gain value with this information, make sure you subscribe to our podcast and press that subscribe and notification button right here on YouTube so that you can get the up-to-date information to help you navigate your baseball journey. Make sure you comment on this video because I do respond to all. In showcase baseball, you must make it a priority to connect and play with a solid, productive organization with a proven track record while you're in your recruiting cycle. Organizations must be committed to putting you in that position that leads to your college baseball offer, and their results are going to speak for themselves. Finding that right organization along with your production is the most important piece to this baseball recruiting journey because you have to get connected, you have to get exposure, and you have to have that organization advocate for you, unless you're that super dude where you're projected to be drafted straight out of high school. Now, parents, summer showcase baseball is vitally important in the recruiting cycle for prospects. The summer is where most of those offers are earned, as this is the time where the college coaches evaluate that talent and they can actually get off campus. Now, when you're at this level, it is all about being evaluated and being productive while you're playing. And the showcase organization you play with can elevate your exposure, and they hold the key for you to show off your ability and your production by putting you in those right events and advocating for you. Make sure you evaluate the following to confirm that that organization you're considering will be a good fit for you.
Make it make sense.
Well, let me help you make it make sense. #1, coaching and contacts. You want to be with that organization that has knowledgeable, experienced coaches that can evaluate your skills, putting you in the right positions that are best for you to get those looks. You want baseball guys leading the team, making those decisions that impact you as a baseball player. And the baseball guys know how to do this. So let me break this down. In the showcase world, you are going to hear this term from time to time. Yeah, he knows what he's talking about. He's a baseball guy. Well, these are the guys that normally had that college experience, minor league experience, or even that major league experience. They know the game. They teach the game and they instruct the game. Now, a baseball guy is not that coach that just started out with in 9U and decides that he wants to start a showcase team to control his son Johnny's playing time. Stay away from that scenario because you are wasting your time and your money, and it's only going to stress you out. I see a lot of parents at this time still want to get involved in the decision-making of where Johnny's playing. Listen, you need to let those baseball guys take over. You need to step back and let them do what they do. You're paying for it. You're paying good money for it. Let them do what they do. They know this stuff. They're experts in this stuff. This is what they do. If you are a shortstop and the coach in that organization that is a baseball guy, through their experience and their communications with colleges, project you as a third baseman, play third base. Because it is only going to hurt you if you play out of position and you can't make the plays or you can't make the throws.
Make it make sense, bruh.
Okay, I'll make it make sense. You're a shortstop. A ball is hit in the hole, and naturally, you just can't get to it. Well, if that happens in a game a couple of times, now you get that stigma of he can't move well laterally. He's slow to the ball. You want coaches that will tell you the truth straight up and tell you where you're going to be projected and put you in those positions so that you can maximize your performance while you're being evaluated. It's only going to help you. But baseball guys know how to do that. So listen to the baseball guys. Remember, Showcase Baseball is all about production, and you are being evaluated on how colleges see you fit into their system. The baseball guys, they know what's up. Not only do you want your showcase organization to put you in those positions, you want to find those organizations that have a multitude of college contact. Be careful. Many organizations say they have a lot of contacts, but knowing 2 or 3 coaches is not having contacts. The whole landscape of baseball recruiting is fluid, and it is changing year by year, especially with the COVID impact. Recruiting is different. It's not like it was 25 years ago. Now, I'm not trying to hurt the feelings of high school coaches. We love you, high school coaches, but most college coaches depend heavily on showcase organizations because of their reputation and because of the trust that they have in these coaches, which are baseball guys. But guess what? Most high school coaches are not baseball guys because the baseball guys are coaching in the summer. It's where all the action is, the connections, the decision makers, and that recruiting activity happens in the summer, and that's where the baseball guys are. I'm just giving it to you straight. College coaches aren't blowing up that high school coach's phone saying, hey, who do you got? I need a third baseman that can pull the ball. I need a lefty because we're 315 down the right field line. No, but they are calling those summer showcase teams that have the baseball guys within that organization. And here's the thing. College coaches respect those baseball guys and their opinions. And the baseball guys, they know it. They know that they better be correct in their evaluations because their name, their rep, their baseball cred is on the line when they're talking about their players to the college recruiters. And even if those baseball guys know a bunch of recruiting coordinators, here is the question that you have to ask. Here is the key question when picking that right organization. Are you ready? Do they hustle? Do the hustle. Do they make the calls, a significant amount of calls to those recruiting coordinators? Are they giving you feedback? Are they keeping you informed? Are you communicating with them to express where you want to go? Are they giving it to you straight when you give them your dream school? Are they saying, that might work, or nah, that's not going to happen, Captain, because of your skill set and the way that we see you. This may be a better fit for this particular type of school, for this particular type of style. They have to hustle, and they have to have great communication with you. Now, the young guns, those young baseball guys that are 20 to 40 years old, those guys typically will hustle because they're excited. They got that energy, and they are in the mix. It's those old dogs that have been doing it for 30 years. They're just not like they used to be. They're not fired up like they used to be. Now, they still know people. They still know contacts. And if you're with an association that has an older guy, hey, not a problem. But if you want to get some bang for your buck, you find one of those young guns, one of those young baseball guys that are excited and have a bunch of energy, because those guys go out and they hustle. They hustle on your behalf. You need to get with a group that is going to hustle consistently on your behalf. Team and tournaments. Now, being on a team of great players helps each other out. You want to be on a team that has a bunch of talent all around you, and you do not want to be the only skilled prospect on that team that has a chance to go play in college. Now, think about it. A team with a multitude of good to great prospects attracts the most college coaches when you're playing in these tournaments. And usually these types of teams are built to go deep, deep, deep into the tournaments where the college coaches gravitate to. And why do they gravitate there? Because they know the teams that make it to the quarterfinals, that make it to the semifinals, that make it to the finals must have great players and great pitching. And pitching always goes first and is the priority in college baseball recruiting. So remember what I talked about in my last episode. It's more efficient for coaches to look at a bunch of good players at one particular time. Make sure that there are great players that are around you. For example, you may play outfield, and the coach is at that game looking for a catcher. He may not need an outfielder, but his friend that coaches at another school may need an outfielder, and he could pass your information on for a follow-up. You see, that's how being on a team of great players helps each other out. And when you find that team, you have to be going to the right tournaments. It is critical for your exposure. Remember this, if you don't remember anything else that I say in this episode: right team, right tournaments. Say it with me: right team, right tournament. There are a multitude of teams and organizations to play for, but you want to go with an organization that goes to those events where the college scouts are, and you want to go with a team of multiple legitimate prospect players to attract those scouts to your game.
Make it make sense, bruh.
Okay, I'll make it make sense. My son was fortunate to be on a really, really good team filled with high caliber, high level players. In fact, at 15U, we had 12 potential D1 guys, all 11 committed, and one was drafted right out of high school. And what I noticed was when we showed up to play, so did the recruiters. And I'm not one school, not two schools. I'm talking 7, 8, 9 different schools at every game. It was like the carnival was in town. And one day at the Worldwood Bat in Georgia, we had to drive to play an hour away at 8 o'clock in the morning. Guess what? Colleges were there. Stopwatch in one hand, coffee in another. Watching BP, asking coaches for rosters, and inquiring about our players. Those college coaches were there because of all that talent on the field. And it was a great team, and it was a great tournament. It was the right team, and it was the right tournament for us. Now, I understand that everybody's not going to be on these types of teams, but you want to be on a team where most of the players are at the same level or better and go to those major tournaments where a multitude of college coaches are. Hey, I'm going to talk about the cost right now, but before I do, I want to let you know that we are in this thing together, and I love helping people and giving you the information that helped me help my son get a Division I baseball commitment. So please reach out with any questions and topics that you want more information on, because I do respond to all. I've been through this, and I'm giving you the experience of mine to help you save money, stress, and time. And if you think this information is valuable to you and others, make sure you subscribe to our podcast and press that subscribe and notification button right here on YouTube so that you can get the up-to-date information to help you navigate your baseball journey. Number 3, the cost. What are you paying for? You need to ask that question. Is this organization willing to get on that horn to make those calls to coaches and hustle? Are you going to legitimate tournaments? Now, if you are going to legitimate tournaments and that coach is out there hustling and you're having great results with a good team, then the average cost in the summer should be around $2,500, not including your uniform fee. Now, if that organization is not going to major tournaments, 2 or 3 a season, with a good team, loaded with college coaches and attendants, and calling on your behalf to come see you play on a specific date, you are wasting your money. Keep it. Go play rec ball or Legion ball. Legion ball is great baseball. You won't get as much exposure, but it won't cost you your firstborn, an arm, a leg, and you will play a very competitive schedule, and you're going to get your reps in. Number 4, track record. Look at the results of prior players that went and are currently going through that organization. That in and of itself is going to validate if that organization actually has those contacts that they claim they have. Most importantly, are they successful in placing their prospects? You pull up their website and you look at their commitments. How many are going to Division I, Division II, Division III, JUCO, NAIA? How deep is their reach? Are they locked into a particular region in which they place their players? Do they have ties with only certain schools, or are they broad in their reach? Do they have a bunch of guys going to all divisions? That tells you a lot about their commitment to all their players at all skill levels and the reach that they actually have, because results matter and facts matter. Most importantly, you want to ask other parents that have been through that program if the coaches in that organization hustle, and do they push their prospects to the college coaches for game evaluations. Not everybody is going to play at the Division I level, but most can play and will play at some level, and you need to make sure that that track record justifies the money you pay. So there you have it, the 4 key indicators to look for in a great showcase organization in your recruiting journey. coaching and contacts, team and tournaments, cost, and their track record. Do your research before choosing your showcase organization because you spend a lot of money on this journey, so make sure that you're getting that value for your dollar. Showcase Baseball is a big business. Make sure you treat it like one and vet these organizations. Hey, that's it for this episode. Thanks for listening to the Cold Rope Show. I hope you enjoyed our show today with tips, trends, and advice to help make sure your travel ball journey goes totally right. If you thought I brought value with this information, make sure you subscribe to our podcast and press that subscribe and notification button right here on YouTube so that you can get the up-to-date information to help you on your showcase journey. And make sure you comment on this video because I do respond to all. Join us next time as we will talk about the different types of showcase organizations, such as local, regional, and national brands. I'm here to help you make this whole thing make sense. Travel Ball Dad signing off. They call me Travel Ball Dad because I have seen it all in travel ball. And I'm just trying to help you make it make sense.